So, what up, Sobsters? QS coming at you. So, I have a lot of ideas on my mind today, and a lot of ways that I want to help YouTubers, Sobsters, and I have a little bit of time to do that today. So, this video is about financing, okay? So, I do recommend you buy a used car, especially a Saab, and you become a DIYer. That's my opinion, though, okay? It's not factual, but it's just an opinion. But if you choose to finance a vehicle, this is a quick video, and this is going to just let you know how to finance, how to go about saving and getting the most bang for your buck when you're financing. Now, it does require a lot of research. So if you don't like to research, this video is not going to be for you. But if you like to save money and you don't mind researching, then this is the perfect video for you. So the first thing you want to do when you're going to buy a car is you want to decide what type of car you want, okay? You have to do that before you go to the dealer, all right? So make sure you know what type of car you want to buy. And it is of my opinion that if you want to buy a Saab, then you go to Saab. If you want to buy a Benz, then you go to the Benz dealer. If you want to buy a Honda, you go to Honda. You want a Kia, go to Kia. If you want a Hyundai, go to Hyundai. Unless you have the money or the financing to buy from a private buyer, okay? Private buyers are the best way to go, all right? But this video is not about private buying. This video is about financing. So you decide what car you want to buy, and then you immediately do the research on it. You need to know the model of the car you want. You need to know the make of the car that you want, and you need to know the year and all the features that you want to have when you buy your car. So then after you get all of this information together, then you want to go to Edmunds. You want to go to Carfax. And there's a third one. You want to go to KBB. And you, did I say Carfax? No, that's wrong. Edmunds, KBB, and there's one other resource that you can use. I can't think of the name of it right now, okay? You want to use every resource you can to find out how much the car is valued at. You do not want to spend more than the car is worth. Never do that. Never, ever, ever, ever. Don't look at the MSRPs. You should not be paying that amount of money. That is a crazy markup. I don't know if anybody's watching this video that knows the Crazy Eddie video from Crazy Eddie back in the day, back in the 80s and the 90s. But I'm sounding like Crazy Eddie right now because I do not like people paying more than they should on a car. It is cheating. It's backstabbing. It's dirty. I hate it. So you want to get a deal. The dealer wants to get a deal, but you don't want to be completely cheated and stripped of your value, okay? So you don't want to pay MSRP because that is the crazy high markup. And it's going to benefit the person selling the car. Okay, I'm calmed down. So you want to make sure you find out the value of the car. And then what you want to do is you want to call the sales manager. You never want to go into the dealer and deal with the sales guy because he got to get his commission. And if he or she has to get their commission, they are going to upsell you like a mug. This is what they're going to do. They're going to pretend like this is a blank sheet of paper. They're going to take a sheet of paper. No, matter of fact, I have a blank sheet over here. Well, let me just use this pad. Just pretend like this is a big pad. They're going to use a big pad because a big pad makes them look bigger. So just pretend that this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. They're going to take it and they're going to do this. They're going to put some digits. And they're going to make like a little chart. And they're going to start writing money over here, 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 here. Your final result. Okay? Then they're going to be like, this is what you got to pay. And then you're going to be like, oh my God. If you're with someone, you're going to be, if you're with your spouse, significant other, friend, whatever, you're going to start looking at them. Then you're going to be like, blah, 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 blah. And you're going to talk to each other. Then you're going to look back at the salesman. And he's going to be like, He's gonna read your body language and your facial cues, and he's gonna start writing some other stuff. Then he's gonna hand it back to you. Then you're gonna look at it, and you're gonna look at who you're with. And if you're by yourself, you're just gonna look at it. Then you're gonna look at him, and then you're gonna look at it. Then you're gonna look to the left, then you're gonna look to the right. And then, but before you know it, you're gonna feel like you're under pressure. And if you really need a car, then you're gonna be like, okay, I'll take it. Okay. But if you're smart, you'll get the hell out of there. You'll go home. You'll call the sales manager, and you'll negotiate through chatting, messaging, or email. Then you already have the prices. You already did your research. You already know what the MSRP is. You already know the value of the car. So if you're buying a car and you figure out that the value is $15,000, you got to think to yourself, how much do I actually want to pay for this car? Never think in terms of monthly payment. That will screw you every time. I'm telling you, they can get you to that monthly payment. Then you'll be paying for 72 months. Okay? You don't want to pay more than 17. I recommend that you don't pay over 36 months. But I understand that's not for everyone. Okay? So how about 60 months? That's 5 years. That is the lowest. That is the maximum amount of months you should be paying for something. And I think that's pushing it. All right. So if you can pay less money and finish it off in 36 to 48 months, you're doing yourself a service. Okay. If you go anything over 60, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're spitting out too much drip. You ain't gonna have no drip. Is what's going to happen. You see that money you want to rain down? That money is not going to rain nowhere. That money is going to stay on the ground. You're never going to see it. Okay? It won't rise up so that you can let it rain. Okay? So what you want to do is if the value of the car, say the MSRP is $19,000, but then the value is only $15,000, you want to negotiate and you want to start low. Okay? Always start low. Don't be afraid. All they can do is say no. Okay? There's plenty other dealers. If you want Honda, I'm sure in your city, there's more than one Honda dealer. And if there's not more than one Honda dealer in your city, go to the next city. Okay? So if they say 15,000, they want 15,000, you say 12. And then you come to a midpoint. Sometimes I'm a bit of a negotiator, okay? And sometimes I'll go very low. And you can feel when somebody just really can't go any higher. But if you know the value is 15,000 and you come in at 12, hopefully you're hoping to meet. In my mind, if I come at 15,000 if I come in at 12,000 and I know the value is really 15,000, or at least I think it's 15,000, then I'm hoping that I'm only going to pay $13.5, so $13,500, and that's where I'm hoping they'll meet me at. If they can't meet me there, maybe they'll say 14,000. Okay, but I'm not paying exactly what they're asking for, because whenever they're asking for something, it's always higher than what it's worth. Okay. And then sometimes they'll just be like, I just can't do it. So then in that case, if you don't want to pay what they're offering, then you walk away. Believe me, they'll call you back the next day. And if they don't call you back the next day, it's because they can't go any lower. But there's always a place that will. So make sure you're negotiating. Make sure that you never use the salesperson on the floor in the dealership. Do not go that route. Always go through the sales manager. Okay? If you can go higher than the sales manager, if there's a sales director, their information is always available on the website. Go through that person, because that person has the highest amount of negotiating power. Okay? The people, it's kind of like when you go into a store and you're trying to get something from someone. Say, for instance, you go to a fast food place. Popeyes. I like Popeyes. You go to a fast food. I try not to go there very often, but I love it. So say, for instance, you go to Popeyes and you are disappointed because your chicken is not crispy enough. So you say to the cashier, can you please give me another piece of chicken? This chicken is not, once they give you your order, this chicken is not crispy. And the cashier is like, well, we just cooked it. So that's what you're going to have to take. And then you're like, no, I don't have to take that. You're in your mind, you're saying like, no, I don't. So, oh, well, do you have a supervisor or manager on duty so I could just talk to them a second? I don't want to hold up the line. Let me step aside. And then they're like, okay, I'll go get them. And so then they go and get them. And then you're like, I come here all the time and I just love your crispy chicken. This chicken is just not that crispy today. Can you give me another piece? And they'll be like, yeah, would you want another piece? And then they're like, yeah, would you like to take 2 crispy chicken breasts because of the mistake that we made? I sure would. How about a sweet tea to go with that? So I'm just saying, it's best to go up. All right? Save you some money. Save you some shmoney. Peace.